Hey guys, good morning from this part of the world, wherever you're connected. I think majority is going to be either in the morning or in the noon part. So good morning, whatever the time is, wherever you're connected. So welcome to the first time we're having a Saturday morning show. We've never done a live stream before on Saturday morning, but we're doing it for the first time. I know some persons are going to be like, "Why is she doing morning show?" And are we not expecting to have our crypto capital show tomorrow, which is Sunday evening? Now, the reason why we're doing this is tomorrow's show is still speculative. We might not, we may have a session tomorrow, we may not. So it's basically on probability. But to supplement ahead of time, I want to deliver something that is an alpha value and information that could help every single person connected on today's show and today's session. So quickly make sure you share the live to your friends, family, as many persons you know who needs to get onto this and listen to what we have and learn. So we're talking about today. We're going to talk about how you can start making 6 to 7 figures in crypto very fast, even without investing. We'll get right on it and spot on. But before we go to that, that was on Thursday, right? We had our first ever live trading session for the year, and we get into some amazing points talking about the market circumstance and situation, and why people who have been in the crypto space for long, they don't have the kind of results they deserve or they need, they should be having, they don't have it. We talked about all that, and then I revealed one of the most undervalued gems of the season and the era we are in, which is LYX as our number one token. And of course, like I said that day, I'm not saying I said financial advice, but that is basically my conviction and belief. And most times over the years, my conviction has paid over a percentage of 1,000 to 10,000% on each conviction over the years. And sometimes we've had the conviction which I had, for example, on Chainlink way back in 2018, 2019, Chainlink had conviction FTM paid out massively over 20, 30, 40, 50,000% depending on the entry of the person. And I have a strong conviction and believe that LYX should do as well. Even from when we first started talking about LYX, it's already been on an upward trend and have been moving up in value ever since then. And it's currently sitting at 11 point something dollars as we speak, touching around $12 if I'm not mistaken. And that should be somewhere anywhere around a few 5-10% growth already from when we first started talking about it, and it's just only keep on getting better. We can't wait to see when it's going to get higher than that level. When I first invested in LYX, I also talked about it as well. I'm still up about 100 and something percent, but guess what? I'm still buying even at this prices. So it's the only thing that this year just increases my entry from $5 to around $6-7 or so, and I'm still bullish on it long term because I see it as a big opportunity we have in the period and this time and that is one of the tokens from our bull run portfolio spreadsheet, which I made publicly available for every single person. And this is why you need to be in the bull run group now than ever, especially within this short time frame the market is giving you before Bitcoin is going to start moving up again. Because before April, we will most likely see Bitcoin bouncing back over $50,000 to heading towards 60K, the all-time of 2021. But guess what? That is just like an introduction of how massive the other part of the year is going to be after the halving. We expect the movement of BTC to become moving so strong even as we enter February. But this is the thing you need to understand. What you need to understand is the earlier your position, the more profitable you will become. And that is why you need access into the bull run so you can get access to the full bull run portfolio spreadsheet and all that, and see how the entries, our exits, and all that, and how you can maximize the opportunity you have right now. Then I recommended the 2 second token I believe has very high and massive potential in this season and this era, which is DOP, currently having their private sale as we speak. And I posted the private sale link for everybody to have access to from the private group. I shared it across all the public group, our WhatsApp groups, our Telegram groups and platforms. And I think I've also posted it on my Twitter and Facebook as well. So definitely all you just have to do is to click on the private sale link, then copy the access code so you can access the private sale and then be a part of it as well. There's a particular documentary that was done concerning it by some of the biggest podcast hosts in the crypto space right now, and they are investing in it as well. And I'm happy that we actually even early year than these guys, and it shows the strong conviction that we're on the right path as well. So I think I'm going. That was I think if you haven't seen, you should have seen it by now when I shared that too. I posted, I think, the link for people to be able to go through, and that it's just about 10, 15, barely 10, 12 minutes, and you're done. But you're going to get a lot of insights into how massive that opportunity in DOP is for every one of us, and why personally I'm increasing my investment in DOP from just 12 Ethereum to 20 Ethereum in that particular project as well. I gave us those two huge information, and I promised us that I'm going to give us one more as well to make it three. So, but let's talk about what we have for today quickly. How wealth Shifu, please tell us, how is it possible for me to start making 6 to 7 figures in crypto very, 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 very fast? This question I want to ask you first of all, you need to understand is, are you unhappy in your current 9 to 5 you're earning right now? Have you been looking for a way to transition out of a job that is locking you down, and you are maybe in a poor economy, an economy that is not thriving, and you're not earning as much as you think you should be earning? Are you tired of all that? And are you looking for to transition into crypto? Now, this is the truth. There's so many ways to achieve this without even you investing a dime in crypto. And I'm going to explain it on this live session for all. But before I even proceed on that, there's something you need to understand and we need to be clear on. You need to understand the adoption curve right now where we are as regards Bitcoin and crypto in the world, which is currently around 14 years, as 14 to 15 years as we speak. Global adoption is just beginning. We are the inception or the beginning point of global adoption with the ETF being approved. So you should have an understanding that this is not me encouraging you to totally resign from your jobs or whatever you're doing, but you can actually supplement your income. Now, this is one of the smarter things I learned in financial literacy, that one thing you could do is, while you are probably having your job or whatever, which is giving you income, you have a side gig, something extra that like a passive, an active income actually, or a passive income, something that's giving you money too as well. Now, when your side gig or your side income activity is giving you 2 times or 3 times or 4 times or 5 times than what your job is giving you, that is the only wisest time that you'd want to be able to resign from it. I hope we have that understanding clearly. Now, the 7 ways I'm going to be sharing is how you can leverage what I call your ikigai, which is called Ikigai, to generate full income. Now, it's a book. It's actually a Japanese concept. It's a Japanese concept, and I read this book. This is called This is one of the best book I read in 2023. And I advise every single one of you who haven't read this book to, okay, I think I could do it this way, to go and get this book. It shows you, you know what Ikigai means is basically the word Iki, which is IKI in Japanese, it means life. That's what it means. It means life. And the guy means value or what. You know, when you say somebody's trying to discover your life purpose, life meaning, this kind of thing, purpose and all that, uncover your purpose for living and all that. That's basically what Ikigai. But this, why I read this is because it culminates the secret behind some of the world's longest and living and happiest people from Japan and other Asian countries. That means the people who have lived the longest and happiest life in the world from Japan and Asia, their teachings are all here. And I want to live a very happy life, very long life. And all that. And if a lot of the things, sometimes people wonder how I get to live my life so comfortably and why I'm not pressured by anything, but yet why I'm making progress, just focus on my grind and doing my thing, making more money and succeeding, but not trying to compete with anybody. A lot of my I see some of my this is just get this book. I don't want to talk much about it. Just get it. So basically, uncovering your ikigai. I did something here. So there's the book. Yeah. So I did something here for us. So let me make this bolder so we can actually see everything I'm saying. So basically, the secret to having a happy and fulfilling life is basically where you can understand what your strengths are, what do you enjoy doing, and how can you leverage your strengths and what you enjoy to serve people. Now, specifically within the crypto industry and within the Web3 world we are in. Now, when we're talking about your strengths, somebody might be, let's say you are a very bad, terrible person when it comes to should I say, CRS, religious studies. You were so bad in religious studies when you were in school, which is fine. So you might not be good in that aspect, or maybe you're so bad in basic science, in the sciences, you're very terrible at it. It's also fine. But the truth is, the industry we are in, maybe you're even bad at numbers. The industries we are in, I'm going to say this now. The industry we are in, there is so much opportunities. All you just have to do is basically find your strengths and then leverage it. And it is important that you enjoy it, because that's basically what's going to keep you going, even when the going gets tough at the initial stage. So let's say you're starting out, and maybe right now you're watching me, you have a work, you have a job you're doing, which is sustaining you as well. And why it's sustaining you, you can literally be doing stuffs here in crypto world, what I'm teaching, and it's going to build your future with it. Why your job is sustaining your daily living, this could literally build future in it. So it shouldn't be able to be difficult. Some people will be like, why am I unable to how are you able to do different things at the same time? How are you able to collect? How can you juggle through this? Now, the truth is, the reason why some people feel like, yeah, it's too much and they're difficult, they're tired, is because they are not inspired. So you could say they are uninspired. So this is why I'm teaching this, so you can know how to find that balance if you are in that category. Because some of you who are watching me right now are in that category. And if you enjoy your side gig and what you're doing by the side, it will not bother you, because you will basically do what you want. So we're talking about three things here: strength. How many slides do we have here? We have a couple of slides, okay? So we have strength, enjoyment, leverage. So how can you leverage on your strengths? Basically, it's something you love enjoying doing, to serve people. Look at the most powerful companies in the world. Talking about Facebook, YouTube, where you're connecting from right now, watching, Facebook, where you're watching from, Twitter X, where you're watching from, Microsoft, Amazon, these big platforms. Now, what they've done is that they've designed services and products that serves people. Now, if you can adopt their mindset and how the conviction behind this industries or these companies, you can be able to use your strengths to serve as many persons in the possible. Now the question is, how can you do this? How can you do this? I'm going to share with us a couple of ways you can generate income in cryptocurrencies, tweets to make 6 7 figures. I might even drop one major bomb alpha right here as well. I might also write about it in the email later on this week or so, but it's very crazy. It's not going to be part of this slide, but I'm going to drop it on this session. You're going to hear me talk about that as well. So I did put up like a couple of lists, and now this is a couple of income channels that people are making a kill out of already. People are making a whole lot of money out of. So one of them is writing threads. So what do I mean by writing thread? What am I talking about when I talk about writing thread? Now, if you like writing and enjoy writing, either on Twitter X, on Facebook, or whatever, so you can actually polish your ability to write in a very concise, coherent, and impactful way, in a way that it can convert. You know how you read my newsletters and you're like, you're mind blown, or you read some of my educative threads and it intrigues you. Now you have to polish your ability like that. Me, you see, I know as much as, for example, let's say I like writing, I improved. I polished my writing skills. I paid for some writing classes and all that. I improved on it. Now, most times, crypto projects and platforms want to be able to collaborate with people who are very, very good in writing, who can literally demonstrate or portray their project's image and certain aspect of their project they want to sell to the public. Writing is like an act of selling, or a, a style of selling, a way to sell a product. Now you can actually decide to, so thread writing is one ifing. And now there are two ways to make money from this. First of all, you can decide to write for projects who want to do this, and they pay you. Either they are paying you as an influential writer, or they are paying you to write for them, or you decide to work with an influencer and help him write. So many influencers out there and so many thought leaders out there, educators out there need somebody who is good in writing and can compile threads for them. When I mean so many, I mean what I'm saying. And they are willing to pay anybody who is very, very good in that to help write for them. So you can do ghost writing. So it's like what we call a form of ghost writing. You're trying writing threads for either you're writing threads as an influencer yourself, or you're writing it for the projects themselves, or you're writing for a thought leader, an educator. Let's say you come to me and say, Shifu, I want to help you to be able to write some threads. And said, okay, for every thread you write for me, this how much I'm gonna pay you, or you're gonna write this number of threads for me in the month, and I'm gonna pay you this amount of money, and you will make. Most of the people who you see who are like major influencers, probably on Twitter and all that, so who you see writing amazing threads, you're saying not every one of them write those threads themselves. This is something that they might not say in the public. They do not want you to know. There are people who helps them write this thread, and guess what? Those people are being paid just fine. So why people are saying there's no job, there's nothing to do, there are so many ways you can make money from leveraging doing the right thing. You just have to, you get what I'm saying? It's just going to be hard for you if you aren't loving what you're doing. So then there's a part of influence whereby as an influencer, you could work with projects to talk about their projects. And I don't feel it, the thing, the influencer space in the when it comes to cryptos and Web3, I think is a bit porous. A lot of good and bad things mixed together is happening in the space, and I think it's quite very disorganized. But for those people who know how to organize what they do, organize their platform, organize their content, they are still good to go. So projects could literally reach out to these influencers to help them spread news on updates concerning their platform. Now, this is not shilling. Shilling is a different thing altogether. It's different from altogether. This is what we call constructive marketing. It's a way to reach out to more people, to more audience. So somebody could make money from that. Number three way you can make money from crypto is, and see, no jokes on what I'm saying. I know people who are making as much as $500 trade writing every single day. And when I'm talking about $500, how much is $500 right now? Let me check. Where's my phone again? Let's let us do the $500. I don't know how much is that. Please let me know in the comment section. Because I know people will make about $500 every single month just from this alone, just from thread writing alone. Now, the influencers, there's some influencers who are making like $1,000 every month. Some are making $5,000 every month. Some are making $10,000 every month. So what the end differs. I've seen people who make as much as. In fact, there's this guy, a major influencer from Singapore, is a very good friend of mine. He's in the House of Wealth community as well, in the paid platform. He's also in the Bull Run group as well. This young person is a young guy, an amazing guy, and he's an Asian. This dude, as of the last time we discussed, was it last year, right? Sometime last year. So this dude makes as much as $30,000 per month from influencing. So let's say average of $1,000 a day, $30,000 per month converted. So there are people who even make more than that. So there are various ways to this. Then YouTube. Now, not everybody like to read. That's why sometimes I will post something and not everybody's reading. Some people still come and ask you questions. There are people who prefer watching videos. Now, if you're good in creating good video content, you feel you're social, you feel you're a creative kind of a person. And you can come like I'm doing right now, publicly talking. You can see me, I'm sharing, I'm confident, I'm not shy, I'm not afraid. You can literally come and do this. And one good thing about YouTube is that as you begin to create videos, you can earn the income stream you generate from it. It becomes passive. it becomes part. So this despite that, let's say despite collaboration with project, because one, let's say you can get collaboration with different projects, platform that want you to talk about them during whatever you're doing on YouTube, either your live stream sessions or your what's it called, normal videos. So, or you could do like dedicated video for project. Now you could get those kind of things, but besides that part, that's not what I'm focusing on. I'm focusing on you can majorly earn royalties from the privilege of AdSense when YouTube begins to pay you. You understand what I mean? YouTube pay for videos. And although like this YouTube channel we use in the House of What is not monetized. Our YouTube channel is not monetized. So that's why I think you don't see our VAT and all that. So our YouTube rather is not monetized. I maybe later this year we might decide to monetize it and all that or so. But it's already like it has reached the requirement. It's passed all the requirement to be monetized and all that. But I don't just care about monetizing it. But there are people who you could literally do that, and you can literally be, because of course you're giving people value. So it's normal for you to want to benefit from it. And this is another thing. It's like a lifetime passive income fee, because as your channel grows, new people get to subscribe into your channel. They go into those older videos. You still be earning money as they are watching those videos. So that was why I think when we had our previous channel got lost, it's in 2021 to 2022, entry 22, it was a very sad thing for me because we lost a lot of amazing and valuable content. And I think we just monetized that channel at that time or so. So and we had over 20,000 per subscribers and all that. That was like times 3 of the current number of subscribers we have right now. So it was really, really, really sad. But that was a way you can literally make money from crypto. This is why you don't have to scam people. You don't have to defraud people. These are legal, should I say, moderate ways you can make a kill a good amount of money. Now, let's look at other examples. Advisory roles. You can work as an advisor for crypto-based projects if you have a lot of real-world experience or experience in helping crypto projects scale. So based on the experience you've gathered, most of these projects, they're having they might even have great tokenomics, good ideas and developers, but they are very poor in execution. And their momentum is weak. You know, for example, there was a project I saw. I've forgotten the name. I never called that project. I posted about it. It was a micro cap, around 100K market cap, maybe or less than that. And this project had a very good utility. I think the utility has to do something with like a Discord kind of a Patreon kind of payment for Telegram. It was unique. I've never seen any project who was doing what they were doing. And there was no reason on earth why that project shouldn't be a multi-million dollar market cap. Let's say at least 10, 15 million market cap. But yet it was struggling around 50. And I was like, okay, let me just watch and observe. Maybe I'm going to invest. After a month later, I decided to check the project. And guess what? The dev announced that he's frustrated, he's sad, and all that he's calling the project to an end. Unfortunate, and this space. Now, guess what? He had good intentions. He had good plans, but he was a poor in execution. And somebody who is, if you are very good and experienced, you can come in as an advisor, get paid as an advisory role. Some people get paid $1,000 for an advisory role, some $500, some $5,000, some $10,000, even as high as $15,000, some $20,000. And as a seasoned advisor with experience, you can literally make a massive difference in a project. I don't want to talk about Nigerians I know who are working as advisors for a lot of projects and they're making a kill out of it. So although this position varies, it varies as well, varies a lot based on what's it called again? The financial backing of the projects and what stage the project is in. So it's something that it all has to go to the point of negotiation and all that and all that and all that. So then we have technical writing. Now, in technical writing, it's not like the technical writing of writing codes. That is one. That is a part. But I'm not even referring to that. But I'm writing the part whereby you can writing on Medium, on GitHub. Even you can also write white papers. So most developers have weaknesses and shortcomings in other areas, and you can fill up those weaknesses and those shortcomings and make a kill out of it. This is an amazing role for people who enjoy writing. And if you feel like you enjoy breaking complex information down in a way that people can digest and understand it, then this is something that it's very cool for you. We have infographics as well. whereby for people who are creative, you can create infographics and stuffs, and it will really, really, really be cool. Really, really be cool. Then, if you see here, um I never mentioned anything about what's it called? Moderators. Moderators is because it's rampant. People want to be a moderator. Some moderators call themselves community managers too, and all that, which can literally be done easily. And people try to get those jobs, but there are so many ways you can make. You can actually work as a data analyst for a project. You help to collate data and all that. You could do that. You can also work in legal and compliance. In fact, there are so many projects looking for legal and compliance people in Web3. So many out there right now. So many out there. There are projects who also need people who can just be creating Twitter videos for them. Twitter videos. Their platforms also. I think one of the sessions we did, I talked about becoming a relationship broker, whereby you be a connection point from this person to that person or that. So basically, these are so many ways you can literally use to make money in Web3 and crypto without even having to invest. All you just have to do is to pick something from the list that you enjoy, from the list of things I just said that you enjoy the sound of, and start learning about it. And you can learn these things by taking, there are a lot of either free or even paid courses out there. You can decide to message people who are already doing these things I just mentioned in this category already, in this sector. They're already doing it. You can ask them to shadow them or guide you so you can get a um feel you can they should mentor you. Probably you pay them or you know what to do or not. But the most important thing, everything I'm just saying now, is for you to take action. For you to take action. It is the most important thing that I'm saying now. That is what is most important, because no matter what, no matter what I say, no matter how these things I'm talking is, if you don't take action, it's going to be a waste of time. So for you to so when people try to do, when you know how to balance these things, it becomes cool for you, it becomes easy for you, you can generate money faster. I've given us so many ideas. Remember when we started this year, I talked about you either creating, being a creator, or working with somebody who is a creator, or connecting the consumer with the creators. And if you look, each of these things serves a particular purpose and all that also, which falls in the category. And then once you pick a sector, you can scale it. And the good thing about Web3, there's no limit to what you can do. You can decide to be doing 3, 4, 5 things at the same time and make a kill out of every single one of them. Out of every single one of them. I said I'm going to show us one other major thing that you can even use to make a whole lot of money, and I'll show us. It's a very massive what's it called again? I will show that to us. Now, right now, meanwhile, okay, there's a lot of things we've added to the bull run group. There's a lot of things we've added to the bull run group, which includes uh our period. It's going to be periodic. There's going to be periodic informations of NFT mints, so, and that I'm involved in, like a concise report per time, and also covering private pre-sales that I am investing in. These informations are going to be coming once in a while, probably maybe once a month or once in a couple of weeks per time. They are going to be serious dope alpha update that's going to be exclusively dropped in those who are in the bull run group. That is so much more reason why you should join the bull run group before the discounts is over today. So I promised us, I'm going to share one more thing. So what is that about? What do I want to talk about? Now, there's what they call the vote to earn. Vote to earn is done on certain exchanges. A lot of exchanges do vote to earn, whereby different crypto projects come to contexts, and the project that have the highest vote get listed on that exchange. Now, the question is, how can this crypto people project get people to vote? So most times they offer a prize reward, sometimes $10,000, sometimes $20,000 in their tokens or in USDT. And that prize reward will be shared across the number of people who voted within a stipulated time. And most times, as of the votes that I have done, some votes you can each when the votes have ended, you can earn like $5 per person. Some you can even earn as high as $10 per person. Some you get as much as I think $10 per person is the highest I've seen because of the size of money they are giving and the quantity of people who vote. And not everybody does this. Now, imagine, just imagine, you decide to look through 5 different exchanges that are offering vote to earn opportunities. And then you decide to vote in each of these exchanges. And if the project you vote, the voting is done and order and it qualifies among the winners and the reward is shared. And let's say you get $10 from each of them. That's $50 for free. Remember, you're not paying any money for this. And let's say you do this across 5 different, and sometimes some exchanges have like 3 different voting opportunity in a week, some 4 in a week. So let's say you decide to just do 5 per week or as many as possible across various exchanges, because I'm giving you a strategy now. You have to be wise. You're not limiting yourself to just $10, Then you decide to do this week, next week 5, next week 5, third week 5, fourth week, and let's just say I'm just using the barest minimum. You're making $10. Some you're gonna make $5 or so, around that range, maybe within 5, 10 or so, within that range or so, for free. And then you make like this 5, that's $50 per week. Remember, I said some messages host more per week, so let's assume there's so many, but at the end of the day, you just gain 5. You understand? And you earn this reward as long as you vote within the period of time stipulated in these exchanges. That's $50. That means in 2 weeks, you're making $100. In 4 weeks, you've made $200. What do? Just clicking the button on crypto exchanges that you registered the one that has vote to earn opportunity going on for them. As simple as that. People, the only thing that's required of you is to know how to follow up and keep tabs. Some of you are so distracted. So distracted. For example, I gave the opportunity of sharing to us the Luxo ecosystem, LYX, and then I told us about the NFTs and the mints. Now, why some persons are waiting for me to always come and tell them that, oh, there's a free mint so date, you guys come and vote, go and maximize and make money. Why some people are waiting for it? They are sitting in their houses and waiting for someone to come and spoon feed them. Others have taken the bull by the horn and are falling off the ecosystem so bad. And that there are people who are making as much as $1,000, who have made over $1,000 already. So I made over $2,000 already. Why? Because they're keeping up back to back with updates on the platforms to maximize as many opportunities available across the NFTs. Whether it's whitelist, they've gotten whitelist. If it's a free mint, they've gotten it as well. But some persons, you give them information, maybe you show them that one that they refuse to even keep, they missed out. The second one, maybe they got in or they missed out. They'll start giving excuses why they missed out. And they'll be waiting for a third one when they can just do it themselves. Guys, you have to be smart. Do you remember the videos whenever there's a major airdrop, for example, and in that major airdrop you see, is it Asians or some foreign folks or so, whereby they are using like, is it 10 phones or 50 phones or gadgets just to mint a particular airdrop. And maybe when the airdrop comes out now, you see some of them, you see some of them making like $20,000, $100,000, $50,000. You'll be asking how they do it. And obviously, some of their videos leaks online. I'll be like, this is the kind of people who are competing against you. What is the difference between them and you? These guys, they are hungry, so they are putting in their best to maximize the system. It is just after this video started coming at night, we started having more of Africans and especially Nigerians as well waking up, and because they started intensifying their, should I say, airdrop, whatever, purchase another. But even without airdrop, there are so many ways. I just gave you guys various career opportunities. and options you can use to build a career in crypto. And I just dropped an extra information, on vote to earn, which can literally make you so much money. So much money. So some people, okay, guys. So about this, the ETF report. So persons have been asking me about it because I made a post about it when we got the information that was dropped. The information that was dropped yesterday. I'm trying to look for it, so I'm sure what I'm saying. There's some information. I'll have to look for it. So a lot of persons reached out to me and they were asking about it. Okay, about Chris Weber, who made his first gold trade at the age of 16 and using money from his paper route. And he's netted over 10,000% of his net worth and all that. In the past 50 years, he's consulted for both 2 Swiss banks, US Senator, and all that. So it's a the thing is, the information is paid. So a few persons actually paid for it as well. It's top, is classified. And if you want it as well, you can reach out. There are a few persons who played that give them a discount on it. So I also give them a discount on it. It's because it's from a very, you can see the status of what I sent us and all that also. So if you still want the information, it's a guaranteed information. You can reach out just for that information as well. So regardless of this, if the also know that the bull run group is ending within the next access into the discount access into the bull run group is ending within the next 24 hours. So you want to take advantage of it before it is totally off the books and off the table, where I'm literally going to be guiding and dropping informations. We'll have periodic trainings, mentorships, and alpha updates that we can utilize to make a lot of money when you are a part of the bull run group. Let's make money this season, guys. Don't be that person who says that there's no way to make money. Don't be that person who says that there's no I don't have money. Meanwhile, there are so many things you can do in crypto right now. All you just have to do is to build yourself. How many things have I mentioned? Which of them do you think you're going to be good at? Why not start learning about it? Why not start brushing yourself about it and then start putting yourself out there? Putting yourself out there. One thing I've come to see, which is very true, there's more jobs available than there are people to fill it up. The reason why we see some people like there's no job is because their value system, how valuable, there's a statement we always make, that how valuable you are is determines what you're paid in the marketplace. Now, if your value is not seen, I showed somebody the other day my LinkedIn account, how every week I get offers from companies who wants me to work with them, Web3 companies who wants me to work with them in a managerial position in one of their official positions and all that. And how many, some of them I ignore, some of them I turn down and all that. I can't even remember when last I posted on LinkedIn, but they keep on coming to my DM. Why? Building value. Building value. You too can build value, become valuable. And if they are not coming to you, you go to them based on the value you've built. But you might be sleeping and you're waiting maybe to enter a trade and let the trade be successful for you to make money. There are so many ways, guys. There are so many ways. And Web3 pays way more than Web2. I haven't seen anybody who tasted Web3 money and decided that they just want to go back to Web2. I haven't seen anyone. Once you taste Web3 money, you are locked in. Once you start tasting Web3 money, you are locked in. You don't know how massive what I just shared for us this Saturday morning. This weekend, ponder over these things. Take advantage of every opportunity you see now. Position yourself and do with it. If it's the ETF report you want to get access to, the one I posted yesterday and all that, reach out and plug in and get access to it. If it is what's it called? The Bull Run group, join the group and get access to every information and value that is provided in the group, as well as the spreadsheet as well. So guys, Like we always say, if the students be ready, the Shifu will appear. And if the Shifu appears, what happens? The student will prevail. We're going to make a post regarding if we're going to have the Crypto Capital Show tomorrow or not. That post might be maybe before the ending of today, or yes, before the ending of today / tomorrow. We should know and decide on that. And we should know and decide on that. That's all I'm going to say for now. So thank God today's morning's episode is not going to be too long. I might decide to go back to sleep, but I've given us value for this morning, and I hope you found what I just shared and what I just thought valuable and utilize it. And I want to see your testimony. Now, whatever I've been teaching in most of these live streams, most of us understand is what people can. There are people who join, collect content from my live stream, compile it together, create a course, and sell it, and they're making money from it. Creativity. I'm not against anybody. The only thing whereby that weakens me sometimes is, when people make money off you and they don't give credit to you, it can be discouraging. It's weird. So sometimes it's good to give credit to who credit is deserved. You understand? So, but I know people who do that, which is still fine. You could literally make a lot of money. So there are people who decide to copy content from what I teach and host classes. So what I'm giving for free, people are hosting classes and teaching it. And there's something about this space. This is an ever evolving space. So knowledge is not static. What worked before might no longer work today. You need something different. And that's why I constantly update what I'm giving and renew. We can decide to even use this same topic now. I can decide to fix the same topic next week, teaching this with this same topic. But what I'm going to teach is going to be slightly different from what I'm teaching, with a different strategy, with a different approach, with a different method, but it's the same topic. Why? Because the space is ever evolving. And as long as you evolve with it, you'll always be on the profitable side, on the winning side. See you on the next side, on the other side of prosperity, abundance, and favor. Even as you maximize the teachings, the informations, the value, the alphas, plug into the bull run group now as fast as possible. If you can get the ETF report I was posted, make sure you get it as well. Bye for now and see you.